Hey, Shad here with Speed Addicts, the fastest growing gear site on the web, and today we're going to uncrate the Alpinestars GP Plus R V2. What's up, Speed Addicts fam? Before we jump in and give you the down low on these Alpinestars gauntlets, do me a favor and subscribe to the Speed Addicts channel. That way you won't miss out on any of our latest gear reviews. Speed Addicts is always getting first look. Make sure to subscribe and you won't miss out. Also, if you decide you'd like to purchase a set of the gloves we're talking about in the video today, we make it real easy to shop with us here at speedaddicts.com. There's a link in the description below that'll get you right over to these gloves. You'll also be able to shop for any other parts or gear you might need for your next two-wheel adventure. Okay, Alpinestars, they don't really need an introduction. Of course, you're familiar with the brand if you've been riding for more than 2 minutes. They have a ton of gloves. I mean, Alpinestars glove collection is really enormous. When it comes to gauntlets though, especially for the sport bike gauntlets, they have about 5 models. Now the GP Plus Rs are near the top, okay? They've got the Super Tech, which is their most exotic. That one has dead kangaroo on it. We can't even get it in California. You know, that's like a GP level glove. Under that, they have the GP Tech, which we do offer. So that's like our highest level. Those run around $350. Okay, so those are more for very serious track day riders. Would want to go with those. They have a lot of Kevlar in them. And again, they're right around $350. I think this GP Plus R at $199 is really a sweet spot for most sport bike riders who are doing maybe some aggressive street riding with the occasional track day. So $200 isn't necessarily going to break the bank for a nice set of genuine bovine leather gloves with a lot of protection built into them and a lot of killer colorways, excellent ventilation. They are CE certified. It's a really great gauntlet from Alpinestars that fits well out of the box and is going to serve a lot of folks really well, again, on the street and even track day use here. So let's jump in and talk about fit. So one of the most important parts of our videos is always like, how does it fit? The sizing chart is a starting point, but that real world fit experience is very important here. So the sizing chart recommends for me a size, either I'm right between large and extra large. So you're gonna wanna get a circumference measurement of your hand to start. I'm 9 inches. You're gonna wrap a string around that, lay it down to a measuring tape, get that circumference measurement. I'm 9 inches, which puts me squarely between the large and the extra large. And I would say definitely round down. So I'm wearing the extra large. I can tell that it's too big because I do have just a touch of extra room in the fingers, as well as it's just a little too comfortable out of the box. Gloves, you want them rather tight. When they're brand new, they are going to stretch. They're gonna break in. Trust that that leather is gonna give after you ride in it a number of times. It definitely will. If they're just a little bit too roomy, they're going to break in and then start bunching in the palm. It's gonna be a bad scene. So my recommendation on the sizing chart, if you're smack dab in the middle of the size, you're probably gonna be good, but if you're on the edges, you're gonna wanna round down and you should be in good shape. Now, when it comes to fit and gear, you really should be shopping at Speed Addicts because we're gonna offer you no cost returns. If you do run into any issues with the fit of your Alpinestars gauntlets, you're gonna get a free return label in a few clicks to qualify. All you have to do is live in the lower 48 states and make sure the gear is brand new in original condition. Just try it on in the living room. And if you run into any trouble, you shop at Speed Addicts. We'll make sure to treat you like family. We make exchanges and returns real easy over here. Okay, let's jump in, talk a little bit more about our glove here. So full grain bovine leather. They're not going with goat skin. The bovine leather is going to be thicker. It's going to be heavier, but you know, in the situation where you're stepping up to a gauntlet, you want that maximum protection. The bovine leather is going to be better than the goat hide in most situations here. It's just going to be a little bit more abrasion resistant. When it comes to the color packages, they have a lot of wild colors here. This one is looking real nice. Let's start on the tips of the fingers. You're going to notice they have hard sliders here. This is their TPU material on the first digit, and then you're going to work your way back. You're going to have some padding here that is perforated across the knuckles, and then you run into the DFS, or Dynamic Friction Shield. It sounds very cool, right? This is their patented knuckle design, hard knuckle design, which is meant to slide, and it actually does have exhaust ports on the back. Across the front, not actually on the hard plastic itself, but the leather right here is perforated. So it's going to flow quite a bit of air and keep your hands cool as you're ripping down the road here. As you work your way back, they do have a pad on the back of the hand here, kind of an interesting placement. And then you're going to move into the top of the gauntlet, which has a TPR kind of embossed logo, more perforation. And then we're going to roll this over and look at the entry point. So we have your standard kind of gauntlet flap here. As you can see, no surprises here. And then our wrist strap. They do not have the flap, that protector flap over this wrist strap here. I would like to see that. If you step up to the GP Tech, you do have that, and that's going to allow you to slide a little bit more easier, and you don't have to worry about the strap catching if you come off the machine. Okay, let's get back to the palm here. We're going to see one of these foam pad rubbers on your knuckle digit. You have accordion stretch panels over your thumb and across the back of your hand. Now this glove comes out of the package pre-curved and is relatively comfortable because of that, even though it's that thicker bovine leather construction. But the real key to the success here is this stretch panel. So this is like a stretch cordura between the palm leather sections here. It's going to make this glove extremely comfortable and flexible right out of the packaging. Even before it's broken in, it's just going to get better from there. They're using a polymer material on this patch here. This is for grip. This is for wear. So this is a very common wear zone. If they just go with leather here, it's going to wear through a lot faster than putting this polymer section in here. They've also got it up on the thumb. It's also going to allow you to grip the handlebars easier, reduce hand fatigue, things like that. This is smart screen compatible. On the index finger, you do see that they gave you a little patch there. So like I said, it's a great option for street riders. If you need to work the map on your phone or unlock the phone, you'll be able to do that with the index finger. No smart screen compatibility on the thumb, just on that index finger there. As we work our way down the palm, they do have a palm slider that is extremely padded. They have a nice thick pad underneath this slider here. It's going to give you that impact resistance, but the most important, and abrasion resistance because of the slider, but the most important thing about these hard sliders is they do allow you to slide easier than if this was just a hard foam slider. It's not going to be quite as slippery. So it's important that you come off the bike, usually come off in that kind of baseball slide if you go over the top. It's important that this slider's here. It's going to allow you to slide so you don't load up the joint and actually go over your hand in some cases. So yes, it's going to keep it from burning through here, but it's really to allow your body to slide the right direction, the right way without loading up your joints. Now, as you work your way up the pinky here, they do reinforce that and give you that full finger bridge that's going to strap that pinky to your ring finger. And it's going to keep your pinky from rolling, which is a really bad situation. So you get that full racing finger bridge. And that about does it for that GP Plus R V2. So this is their second version. Alpinestars is going to cover this glove for a year from the purchase date, should you run into any issues. If you got any other questions I didn't answer today, don't worry, Rider Support is always standing by at speedaddicts.com, where you can always speak to a human over the phone, live chat, or emails. Oh, and if you already got a set of these gloves, they've been out for a minute, let us know how you like them in the comment section below. Appreciate y'all for watching. We'll see you next time to find out what's in the crate.